President William Ruto is allegedly pressuring his current deputy president, who he appointed about 1 year ago, Professor Kithure Kindiki, to resign immediately before October this year, 2026. According to Ruto's lawyer, in Swahili there is a say which goes by saying, lisemwalo lipo kama halipo li jiani laja. Where there is smoke, there is fire. So, President William Ruto's lawyer, Nasir Abdullahi, wrote the following on his social media platforms. This is what he said. This is what he wrote. Nasir Abdullahi. He said, I don't think President William Ruto will drop Professor Kithure Kindiki as his running mate for the 2027 presidential election. I think Professor Kindiki will be very understanding and resign. Can I repeat this statement? Listen carefully. He said, I think Professor Kithure Kindiki will be very understanding and resign. Either way, it must be before October 2026 or it will be too late. Ladies and gentlemen, we have also received another shocking news from KTN News. As shown on your screen, the report claims that, I want to go through it. KTN published by saying, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki is under siege following a direction by President William Ruto through the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Felix Koskei, that has stripped his of the role of intergovernmental coordination. Down there, they said Ruto strips Kindiki of key intergovernmental role in fresh shakeup. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you have seen how things are at the moment. Ruto's lawyer stated clearly that Ruto will not remove Kindiki in 2027, but Kindiki will step down voluntarily by resigning. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to put this into perspective so that we can really understand what do all these developments really mean politically for Kindiki's political future. As you continue watching this clip, I request you to hit the like button. And if you are watching for the first time, or if you have been watching but you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Mwana Kenya Media, where we don't sugarcoat but we always put news as it is, please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button that is down here. Once you are done, remember to turn on the notification bell so that you cannot afford to miss any content we upload daily. Without wasting your time, back to our political analysis. So President William Ruto is allegedly stripping Kindiki of some of his responsibilities, majukumu, and transferring to the office of the cabinet, or rather Premier Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Now, what do all these developments politically mean for the current Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki's political future? Number one, Ruto has moved on from the Mlima Kenya region. How? Ruto has realized that the so-called Mlima Kenya has largely shifted its support to former impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. After the recent Olekalau by-election, the results, ladies and gentlemen, are seen as a sign that Kindiki failed to deliver politically after the UDA proposed the candidate Samuel Mushina lost despite the government allegedly spending millions of shillings, uncountable millions of shillings, and distributing mattresses, gas cylinders, and blankets. Ladies and gentlemen, this has led to claims that Ruto no longer sees a political value in retaining Kindiki if he is unable to help secure support from the so-called Mlima Kenya region. It is also alleged that Ruto is using public service cabinet secretary, who is Geoffrey Ruku, to divide the Mlima Kenya region politically. Kindiki reportedly opposed the idea, arguing that the region cannot be divided into East and West Mlima Kenya. So this position is said to have displeased the current President William Ruto. Point number 2, Ruto has settled on Mudavadi for the Deputy President slot. How? There are indications clearly that Ruto wants to pick Mudavadi as his running mate in the 2027 general elections in an attempt to win votes maybe from Western Kenya region. But this is the new strategy Ruto is trying to use in order to succeed, or rather to make his politics succeed. This is a strategy may not bear fruit, because Edwin Sifuna appears to be gaining significant political support in the Western region. So this is how things are at the moment. Because I think you saw what happened during this weekend. Sifuna was in the Western region, Sifuna received a well reception during rallies in the two counties, Trans Nzoia and Bungoma. His growing popularity has been interpreted by those who support him, including Sisi Ndio Sifuna, Sifuna Ndio Sisi, as evidence that he has become politically influential in Western Kenya region, potentially weakening established regional leaders such as Wetangula, Mudavadi, and even Halwale, even the current governor in Trans Nzoia, George Natembeya. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to conclude by asking you a simple question. Do you think Kithure Kindiki should resign before 2027? Write your opinion in the comments section below and let us know your political perspective. Thank you. But if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button that is down here. Once you are done, remember to turn on the notification bell so that the moment we upload any new video clip, you'll be notified that Mwana Kenya Media has uploaded a new video clip to watch. Share our links also at our WhatsApp groups and on Facebook. That is the only way we can continue building this channel of ours, Mwana Kenya Media. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.